Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. You know that feeling when you're staring at a computer spec sheet and it honestly feels like you're trying to read an alien language? Or maybe you just find yourself constantly reaching for your mouse and it's totally slowing down your workflow. Well, if that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we have a really clear mission. We are going to transform you from a casual computer user into a highly efficient power user. We're going to decode all that tech jargon floating around, and we're going to unlock the keyboard shortcuts that will literally save you hours of time.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover computer hardware, networking and software, essential Windows shortcuts, browser and Word hacks, advanced system shortcuts, and then wrap things up with emerging tech. Let's dive in.
Starting right off with Section 1, Decoding Computer Hardware. To start things off, we really have to talk about BIOS. That stands for Basic Input-Output System. Think of this as the fundamental system that wakes your hardware up. You see, before your computer even realizes it has a screen or a keyboard, the BIOS is that underlying firmware that boots everything up and just makes sure the physical parts can actually talk to each other. Now, a great way to think about your computer is like a really busy office. Your CPU, that's the boss giving out all the orders. The GPU handles all the visual blueprints and graphics. When it comes to memory, your RAM is basically the sticky notes on your desk, perfect for immediate, short-term tasks. ROM, on the other hand, provides the permanent instructions that the office needs just to stay running. Then you have your HDD or SSD, which is your filing cabinet for long-term storage, with SSDs being the much faster modern upgrade, by the way. And finally, we connect the whole shebang together using a USB and view it all on an LCD or LED display. Grouping it all together like this makes those tech specs way less daunting, right?
Moving right along to Section 2, Networking and Software Jargon.
Okay, so before you can browse the web or run a program, you need an OS, your operating system. This is that absolutely crucial software layer, think Windows or Mac OS, that makes the hardware we just talked about actually usable for human beings. It is the bridge between you and the physical components.
So how do we actually connect to the world? Well, your ISP, that's your internet provider, assigns you an IP address so you can jump onto the World Wide Web. When you type a URL into your browser to find a specific site, systems like DNS act as a giant phone book to connect you to the right place, and HTTPS ensures your connection to that site is totally secure. Bringing it closer to home, your Wi-Fi creates a local network, a LAN, and you might even use a VPN to keep that local browsing totally private. Meanwhile, on the software side of things, interfaces like the GUI give you the physical buttons you click on every day so you don't have to sit there reading raw code like HTML or SQL just to get your work done.
So let me ask you a question. Do you want to navigate all of this incredible tech without constantly reaching for your mouse? We've got the jargon down. So now let's talk about speed. Minimizing mouse usage is absolutely the secret to accelerating your routine tasks.
That brings us to Section 3, Essential Windows Shortcuts. Let's start with literal time travel. If you make a mistake, Control+Z is your undo button. It steps you backward. But hey, if you change your mind and realize you actually liked what you had, Control+Y is your redo button, stepping you right back forward.
Next, we really need to contrast these two essential keys to highlight the difference between just copying data and fully relocating it. While Control+C copies an item, Control+X physically cuts it, completely removing it from its original location. Then Control+V pastes it exactly where you want it. Seriously, mastering cut and paste will completely transform how you organize your files.
All right, Section 4, Web Browser and Word Hacks.
Picture this specific four-step sequence as your ultimate essay writing survival kit. Control-A selects everything, Control-C copies it, Control-N instantly opens a brand new blank document, and Control-V pastes it right in. What would normally take 5 or 6 mouse clicks across a bunch of different menus just took you 2 seconds. 0 mouse clicks required.
And once you're actually in that document, you can format entire paragraphs on the fly. Control-B for bold, I for italics, and U for underline. Plus, when you're navigating some massive 50-page report, please don't scroll. Control-Home shoots you instantly to the top, and Control-End takes you straight to the bottom. Oh, and of course, don't forget Control-S to save when you're done, or Control-P if you need a physical printout.
This exact same efficiency completely applies to the internet too. Control-T and Control-W let you open and close tabs in an absolute flash. Lose a download? Control-J brings up your downloads window. Need to see what you were looking at yesterday? Control-H opens your history. But the ultimate research tool, hands down, is Control-F. It lets you instantly find a specific keyword in a massive wall of text. And if a page freezes up on you, just hit Control-R for a quick refresh.
But okay, we have to single out this specific combination, Control plus Shift plus T. This is the ultimate lifesaver. When you accidentally close that crucial tab you were just reading for a big project, you don't need to panic and go digging through your history. Just hit Control Shift T and it reopens the last closed tab instantly. It's basically magic.
Ready to level up? Section 5, Advanced System Shortcuts. Let's walk through this heavy-hitting cluster of advanced commands really quickly. Windows plus D instantly clears your clutter to show the desktop. Windows plus L locks your computer immediately. Windows E jumps right into File Explorer. Windows I brings up your system settings, Windows R opens your Run dialog, and Windows Shift S grabs the snipping tool. Alt plus Tab seamlessly switches your active apps. But what is incredibly powerful is Windows plus V. This opens your clipboard history, meaning you can actually see a list of multiple things you copied recently, not just the very last one. Honestly, it completely revolutionizes how you manage data.
And then, there's Alt plus F4. Think of this as your ultimate panic button. Hitting Alt plus F4 instantly shuts down whatever active window is currently on your screen. It's quick, it's definitive, and it's just a fantastic tool to have in your back pocket when you need to immediately close out of a program.
Finally, we arrive at Section 6, Emerging Tech Acronyms.
The absolute cornerstone term shaping our future right now is AI, or artificial intelligence. Instead of just following our rigid commands, computers are now simulating human thought processes to solve really complex problems all on their own.
And building directly on top of AI, we have ML, or machine learning. This is how these systems consume data and actually learn to improve over time without being explicitly programmed. Then we have VR, virtual reality, which completely replaces your vision with a digital world, and AR, augmented reality, which overlays digital information right onto the real physical world. All of these terms build upon the very hardware and software foundations we covered earlier to create these highly immersive learning systems.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with kind of a provocative thought. How will AI, machine learning, or virtual reality actually change your daily computer habits? We've mastered the hardware terms, the network jargon, and the keyboard shortcuts that make you a power user today. But as this emerging tech becomes seamlessly integrated into our operating systems, what will it mean to be a power user tomorrow? Think about how these innovations might soon create entirely new shortcuts and workflows for us to learn. Thank you so much for joining me to decode these tech secrets. Go take these shortcuts, apply them to your daily routine, and just watch your efficiency skyrocket. See you next time.